I remarried and forced my son to accept my new husband as his father. I allowed my stepkids to bully him, then let my husband punish my son for fighting back after his stepson and his friends bullied him. I also took my son out of the one thing he loved most to support his stepsister. Now I regret everything. My son went no contact with me and didn't invite me to his graduation. This is something I've debated writing about for a long time. Honestly, I've gone back and forth about whether I even deserve to ask for advice here, but I need to try. I raised my son Nathan mostly on my own after his father walked out on us when Nathan was 8. It was sudden, no drawn-out divorce, no warning. One day he just packed up and left. No calls, no birthday cards, nothing. At first, I thought I'd crumble under the pressure of being a solo parent, but Nathan and I got through it together. It was just the two of us for about 5 years, and in that time we developed a really strong bond. We had little rituals, Friday movie nights, weekend pancakes, and spontaneous trips to the beach when we could afford it. I was a safe person. He used to come to me with everything. Issues at school, questions about girls, worries about life. When he was about 12, I met my now husband Kevin. He was charming, stable, and great with kids, or so I thought. He had Dylan and Sophie, who were also 13 at the time. Our kids even went to the same middle school, which I thought would help ease the transition. In hindsight, that probably made it worse. When we moved in together and got married the following year, things changed in ways I didn't expect. Dylan and Sophie had a close bond with each other, almost to the point of excluding Nathan. They weren't outright cruel, but they could be sarcastic and cold in that way teenagers often are. Dylan especially had a knack for passive-aggressive comments, little digs at Nathan's clothes, his voice, even the fact that he didn't have a dad around. Nathan tried to ignore it at first, but I could see it wore on him. I caught him crying in his room more than once, and when I asked what was wrong, he'd say it was nothing. I tried to talk to Kevin about it early on, but he brushed it off as kids being kids, and I guess I took the same approach. I told Nathan to rise above it, to not let them get to him. I said families take time to blend and that things would settle, but they didn't. The arguing started small. Nathan and Kevin would clash over rules, curfews, chores. Tone. Nathan had always been respectful with me, but with Kevin, he was defiant. Not loud or rebellious, just this quiet, simmering resistance. He'd mutter under his breath, roll his eyes, give one-word answers. Kevin took it personally, and in return became more controlling. There's one incident I'll never forget. Nathan was 14 and had made dinner for the family as part of a school project. It was a simple spaghetti dish, nothing fancy, but he was proud of it. Dylan made a comment about how it tasted like wet cardboard, and Sophie laughed. Kevin didn't say a word. Nathan just got up, cleared his plate, and went to his room. I followed to comfort him, but I also told him not to let them get under his skin. Looking back, I think that moment might have been a turning point. Nathan started withdrawing. He stopped joining us for dinner, stayed in his room, and began shutting me out. He didn't want to talk about school or friends or anything really. But I noticed he was watching a lot of boxing videos, old matches, tutorials, training routines. When he asked at 16 if he could join a local boxing gym, I agreed immediately. Honestly, I was relieved he was interested in something that made him light up again. Boxing changed him physically, yes, but it also gave him structure and purpose. His grades improved. He was calmer at home, less tense. For a while, I thought things were finally turning a corner. What I didn't realize until much later was that the teasing